Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to have you here today. Today I'm going to be doing highlight and contouring tutorial, and if you're interested in how I got this look, then keep on watching. I did my brows and my eyes off camera, and I'm starting up with this moisturizer hydration. It's essential to moisturize your face before you apply the primer, because if you have a dry skin like me, I have a very dry skin, it's good to moisturize your face, because foundation and concealer are dehydrating to the skin. So you want to moisturize your face before you go ahead to apply your primer. And this primer I'm using is the normal primer I've been using in all my videos, so you want to check out my other makeup tutorials. I'll be using Wet n Wild and MAC foundation, the Studio Fix foundations, because they are light coverage. They are not the full coverage foundations. And if you are doing a complete highlight and contouring, I advise you to use a light foundation, because if you go ahead to use a full coverage foundation, by the time you apply the concealer on top of it, you will already be looking very heavy, except you're somebody who loves very heavy makeup. If not, I'll advise you use a Studio Fix foundation. I think every brand of foundation have the Studio Fix. So if you didn't know what a Studio Fix foundation is, then you should know a Studio Fix foundation. The foundations that are not full coverage, they are very light coverage. And I decided to mix it up, the two of them together, because the Wet n Wild foundation I got has an orange undertone, while the MAC foundation has an ashy undertone. If you use the foundation separately, you understand what I mean by the orange and the ashy undertone. So basically, the ashy undertone is just like if you apply it on your face, you'll be looking whitish. So when you mix them up, it gives you this perfect blend. But you have to know the proportion in which you are mixing the foundations, and always go ahead to try out a little by your jaw, like you saw me doing earlier on. So after you've tried it out, if it's okay and you are happy with the consistency, you can go ahead to spread it all over your face. And I always like equally spreading the foundation all over my face before I go ahead to blend, just because I want to give it a smooth consistency throughout the face. I don't want some parts of the face to have more foundation and the other. And using a brush is important too, because it just guarantees a more blend. And then go ahead with the blending sponge. I'll be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer to highlight and to color in the color Espresso and Fun. And I'm applying it directly under my eye space, because I have a broad face. So I'm applying it directly under my eye space. I'm not going outside my eye space, because my face is broad, and if I go outside my eye space, my face will only look bigger. So if you're having a slim face, you will want to go a little bit outside your eye space. What I mean by the eye space is, if you see where my eyeshadow and my eyeliner ends with my brows, that's my eye space. That's what's considered as an eye space. So I'm not going outside that space, but you can extend it if you have a slim face, not as fat as mine. And I'm applying it on my mustache to fade out the effect of the mustache. I'm applying it on my nose, and my forehead. This concealer, when highlighting, you would want to use a concealer that is 1 or 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. Don't go 3 shades. No, 3 shades is too much. You'll be too white for your face. So you go 1 or 2 tones lighter. And it's the same for the contour. Go for a contour 1 shade or 2 shades darker than your skin tone. For this one, I took a contour 1 shade darker than my skin tone. I don't like anything that is very dark. So as you can see, the contour is just 1 tone darker than my skin tone. And if you can't get your exactly where to place, you would want to smile to get where to place the contour, but just follow the start of your ear and come down. Don't bring the contour too down, like you look funny. So I'm applying a bit on my forehead. When I blend that out, it's going to come all over the forehead. And I'm applying the contour at the end of my jawline. So I'm using that same concealer to apply by the side of my nose. Trying to be as precise as possible. I'm using this concealer brush to blend out the concealer, and I like using the brush before using the blending sponge because it gives me a smooth consistency and it avoids any form of creasing. And you would see me blending by the side of the jaw, that line. I'll blend it out with the sponge, keeping the brush sideways. As you can see me doing, I'm just keeping the brush sideways and I'm making sure that I'm blending out that line. I'll do same for my forehead, my chin. Now I take this micro blending sponge to go over the areas where the brush can't reach. This sponge is very good because it blends precisely where you want it to blend. And when working with the brows, when you've already done your brows, you want to be careful because the brush can easily mess up the brows, or the bigger blending sponge can easily ruin your brows. And always make sure to blend by the sides of your nose. And this other brush is strictly for my contour. You would want to have different brushes so that you don't mess up your foundation or your concealer. So have a precise brush for your contour and have a precise brush for your foundation. For the contour, you can go 2 shades lighter. Some people even go up to, you can go 2 shades darker. Some people even go up to 4 shades darker. But I prefer 1 shade darker. I'll just use this blending sponge to go over the concealer, the highlighting. And I'm making sure that everything is well blended before I go ahead to set the concealer. And I'm taking the other side of that same beauty blender to blend out the areas of the contour. If you are enjoying this look, please go ahead to hit on the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, comment, share. You want to make sure that everything is well blended before you go ahead to apply your setting powder. Today I'll be using the Sasha Buttercup setting powder because of the yellow undertone. I'm using this triangle beauty blender to apply the setting powder. This blender is a multifunctional beauty blender because you'll see me turning it on different angles to apply the setting powder on the different sections of my face. Now I'll turn it at the thinnest part to apply the setting powder on my nose. I'm turning it by the side to apply the setting powder by my brows. And now I'm still turning it by my side to apply the setting powder on my jaws. So you want to get yourself this beauty blender. I am not baking. I just applied the setting powder and I'm brushing it off immediately. But I'll be baking the setting powder by my jawlines because I didn't apply a concealer there. So I want it to set for a while before I brush it away. You all know this my Tara powder. I love this powder palette by Tara. Tara is a Nigerian company. So I'll be using the color I showed to apply as my contour. I'll be setting the contour concealer here. So you can see that it's a little bit dark, and if I had applied a darker tone concealer, the area would have been very dark, as you can see. So now everything just blends, and you make sure you blend it all, avoiding the harsh lines as you see me doing. Now I think the setting powder has baked enough. I'm just going to take that away, and you see that is white even though I didn't apply the concealer. So this is actually like a shortcut. If you don't have time to highlight and contour, but you would love to highlight and contour after you've applied your foundation, and if you will not be applying the concealer, go for a full coverage foundation. After you apply your full coverage foundation, you just go ahead with your setting spray immediately. You put the setting spray on the areas where you highlight, and then you leave it to bake for about 2 minutes before you sweep it off. It can be the same way as highlighting. That's just a shortcut. I'm sharing my hacks with you guys. Yeah, I am. So I'll be highlighting my face with a nude highlighting palette, and I'm highlighting my cupid's bow, my jaws, my forehead, my nose, and I'm lining my lips with this jumbo pencil. I'm starting at my cupid bow. Because of the shape of my lips, I always like to go ombre. This lipstick by Enchant to apply it in my inner lip. And I'm smacking my lips together to just blend out the lips. I'm going back ahead with that jumbo pencil to apply some more at the corners of my lips to give it that ombre effect look. This lipstick comes in 3 colors. These are the colors. I'll be using the lightest to add it up into my lips to just brighten it up. I'm smacking it to blend. As usual, I'll be using my Technique Color Fix to blush up my cheeks. And I'm using the lightest color in the palette. Always tap out the excess. And if you can get your cheeks just as the contour, you might want to smile for this. And I'm applying my finishing spray. If you're liking this look, please hit on the like button. As usual, I'm going ahead with this my favorite basket brush to press in the setting spray. This step is important because the setting spray helps your makeup to last longer. And when you give it this additional step by pressing it in, it just makes your makeup look flawless. And this brush also helps to just set everything up and give it a good look. So guys, this is a completed look. I hope this video was informative enough. Thank you for watching. I love you. I hope you like, comment, share. And if you want to know how I created this eye look, comment and I will make the look for you. See you in my next video. Bye.